Does your friend often do that?
Strange. We all right? Be back here.
Hey, what was that?
Went forward in time to view alternate futures, to see all the possible outcomes of the coming conflict.
How many did you see?
14,605,000.
How many did we win?
One. There was no other way.
There was no other way. 6 years ago, Marvel slipped something past us in plain sight. Not because it was hidden, but because it was drowned out by the loudest scene in MCU history, Avengers Endgame, right before the final battle, as Iron Man, Thor, and Captain America stood face to face with Thanos. In that moment, Thanos looked calm, focused, and dropped a line that seemed like just another villain threat.
What I'm about to do to your stubborn, annoying little planet, I'm gonna enjoy it. Very, very much.
Back then, nobody questioned it. Theaters were shaking with cheers and emotions. The Infinity Saga was ending, and it felt like just another Thanos moment. But with Secret Wars looming, that line suddenly feels like a clue we all missed. Because what Thanos described wasn't just destruction. It was erasure, rebuilding, reshaping reality itself. And that idea isn't Thanos' legacy. It belongs to Doctor Doom. In the 2015 Secret Wars comics, Doom doesn't just survive the multiverse collapse. He seizes control of it. He takes fragments of dead universes and forges a new world, Battleworld, a patchwork planet where nothing is real, where heroes forget they were heroes, villains live as rulers, and no one remembers the multiverse ever existed. Doom rules as a god. Now go back to Thanos' line, a grateful universe, no memory of failure, no questioning who's in charge. That wasn't random dialogue. That was Marvel whispering the blueprint of Secret Wars. Thanos never got to see it through, but someone else was listening. Tony Stark. From the beginning, Tony's mission has always been to protect the world. Suits, AI, alliances, every attempt failed. Ultron, Sokovia, Civil War, even the time heist wasn't his idea. Each failure brought him closer to one truth: nothing lasts. Not peace, not heroes, not even reality itself. So when Thanos hinted at rebuilding the universe, that idea may have stuck with Tony, not as domination, but as a last resort, a plan Z. Because if everything collapses again, what's left? Build your own world. And here's where Tony begins to overlap with Doom. Doom isn't terrifying because he's power-hungry. He's terrifying because he believes only he can save everyone. His protection becomes control. His order becomes domination. And what was Tony's greatest fear? Losing control. The man who wanted a suit of armor around the world could one day want a suit of armor around reality itself. So imagine a universe where Tony Stark doesn't die in Endgame. He lives, he remembers, he keeps building. A clean world, no mistakes, no chaos. Not ruled by Iron Man, ruled by something darker. That's not Stark anymore. That's Doom. And it isn't just theory. The Russos have hinted at a connection between Tony's sacrifice and Doom's arrival. What if Doom isn't Victor Von Doom at all? What if Doom is a Stark variant, a Tony who mastered not just tech, but mysticism when science failed? A Tony with the mind of Stark and the reach of Strange. That's the perfect Doom. Think back to Doctor Strange on the battlefield. One chance out of 14 million. He didn't hesitate to let Tony die. But what if it wasn't only about beating Thanos? What if Strange saw futures where Tony lived, and in those futures, Tony became something worse? Not a hero, a god, a threat beyond Thanos. Strange couldn't explain it. He couldn't risk it. He could only guide Tony to the one outcome where he sacrificed himself. Not just to save the universe from Thanos, but to save the universe from Stark. And if even one of those erased futures still exists, a Tony who lived, who merged technology and mysticism, that version wouldn't be Iron Man anymore. That version is Doom. The clues are already in the MCU. Earth Rate 38 in Multiverse of Madness. Ultron bots work flawlessly. The Illuminati exist. Thanos is dead. But where's Tony Stark? His legacy is gone. His tower missing. No mention of him at all. And yet Ultron, his creation, thrives. That makes no sense unless Stark perfected it. And if he perfected Ultron, he wouldn't just disappear unless he evolved into something else. Because in that universe, the Illuminati weren't heroes. They were rulers, judges, executioners. They thought like Doom. And maybe that's because Doom was already there, rewritten into the fabric of their world. Those Ultron bots? Maybe they weren't Ultron anymore. Maybe they were Doom bots, following a master who no longer called himself Stark. If Marvel brings Robert Downey Jr. back, what's more powerful, a heroic cameo, or the reveal that Tony Stark lived long enough to become Doom? Line everything up. Thanos' speech, Tony's obsession with control, Strange's warning, Stark's absence in 838. This doesn't feel like random threads. It feels like Marvel's longest setup, a character arc too big for one saga, because this was never about Kang or timelines or even the multiverse. It was about power and how a man who tries to save the world eventually tries to replace it. From the moment Tony said, "I am Iron Man," he's been trying to fix everything. But every fix broke something else. And when Thanos offered a solution, wipe it all clean and start over, that idea planted itself in the only man capable of making it real. So maybe Doom isn't coming. Maybe Doom is already here. And maybe he's been here since Endgame, hidden in a single line we all ignored. So next time you re-watch it, listen closely, because that wasn't Thanos' threat. That was Marvel's warning. So tell me what you think about this take in the comments. And also don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for future uploads.